UX versus UI. UX is focused on the user journey to solve a problem. UX focuses on how easy the user journey is. How can we solve a user problem so that the user can achieve his task in a very easy way. UI is focused on how a product surface look and function. UI focuses on how product can look better and how appealing it can be so that user can easily interact with it. UX design, the process of designing better digital experience for end users, in which in UX design process we solve the user problem and give them a good experience. UI design, the process of creating interfaces in software or device while focuses on look and style. The process of UI design is how we can make better look and style of any application or any device. UX and UI are not the same thing. Both are different. Like UX focuses on problem solving design, give good user experience to the users. User can achieve his task in a minimum steps very easily. In UX design, we do user research, make scenarios, create user flow, information architecture, wireframe, prototype, interaction design, and in UI design, our focus is on look and style, visual design, colors, graphics, layouts, and typography. UX designer versus UI designer. Thought process of UX designer is that he can solve any critical problem very easily. He design based on user needs, user research, wireframe, prototype, task flows, scenarios, interaction design. And UI designer, the focus of UI designer is how much creative then they can show the look of an application. UI designer design based on client needs, client requirements, mockups, graphics, layouts, colors, and typography so that his design look appealing and looks great. UX. UX the internal experience that a person has they interact with the device. And UI is series of screens, pages and visual elements like buttons, icons, typography and graphics. As you can see in this screen, this is a UI. It has some visual elements, typography, graphics, icons, all of them together making a user interface. When a person is interacting with the product through the user interface, that is our user experience. This is the user interface, what users see and perceive. What we are seeing is our user interface. As you can see in this screen that there is a glass of tea. This is our user interface and this is the user experience. How user feel and interact. When a user drink this tea, he will be able to feel it. Tea is sweet, tea is tasteless, tea is good or bad so that he can experience this tea. So this is our user experience. In short, UI and UX. What you see is UI. Whatever you see is UI through which you can interact with someone. And what you interact is UX. When you interact with any product through UI, that is your user experience. Purpose behind UI: user acquisition, brand, and instill trust. User acquisition. Whatever we are designing, we can acquire the user through design. So this is a user acquisition. Brand. We can create a brand through user interface using shape and color. Like you have seen a lot of logos like Airtel, Jio, Design XP. They are building a brand through user interface. Instill trust. A user can trust on the product through the user interface. As you use a lot of application, you are able to trust through UI and interact with them. Purpose behind UX: fulfill business goals, user acquisition, user activation, and user retention. We have to fulfill our business goals. User acquisition. Let's understand with an example. I have created a gaming app. Now I want some users who can use my app. So I run some campaigns on Facebook and through that 100 people of that campaign downloaded my app. So that was my user acquisition. User activation. Of the 100 people who have downloaded my app, there are only 60 people who sign in on my app and move forward. It means 60 people who have activated on my platform. So that is my user activation, user retention. And there are only 30 people out of 60 who are using my app again and again. So that is my user retention. And at the end, I want is that as many users as possible who can use my app. A business needs more and more users to use its app. And when it can be possible, when your app experience will be good. If the experience of your app is good, then only your user want to use your app again and again. This is the purpose behind user experience. UI without UX, beauty without brains. And UX without UI is like the frame of a sculpture with no paper mesh on it. Good UI plus UX is equal to good product. If you want to make good product, then your UI and UX both should be good.